All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the live pregame show for the Celtics Warriors Game 1. Will, it is quite the exciting day. I mean, this is pretty much our dream come true. If you haven't seen our last podcast, our two-part podcast, yeah, we are super excited for this series. I mean, as probably most of the viewers know, I am a Celtics fan and you are a Warriors fan. So this is just epic, and we get to make our predictions now in this pregame show that will last about a half an hour, and it will be just amazing. So, yeah, let's get started. So, all right, Will. Game one, we kind of talked about it in the podcast yesterday, but game one, who do you think's gonna win? What's your prediction for today?
It'll be a close game. I think there could be a lot of close games throughout this series, but I think the Warriors will come out and win um, in this game one on their home court. I have the Warriors winning in seven. You have the Celtics in six. So yeah, I think the Warriors will come out tonight, take advantage of being the team playing on their home court, and I think they'll win game one in a close game. How about you?
Um, all right, I'm gonna go with man, game one. I'm gonna go with the Celtics today, just because I I I I feel like this is more of just being a Celtics fan that just I don't even want to say they're not gonna win, because
And I think that's fine in the NBA finals. Like I think that's a fine thing to do, and I think these are two great teams, and I think there are arguments to be made for both sides, in my opinion.
I mean honestly. So all right, we have 6 viewers right now. Wow, hello,
Yeah, and
fellas.
also, folks, please drop your predictions for the series and who you think's going to win game one. We will read as many chats as we can. And since we only have six viewers now, we'll read
Oh, seven.
anything that. Oh, yeah, seven. But
Awesome.
yeah, we will read everything that you have to say. So yeah, let us know who you think's going to win the series and who you have winning game one this evening at Chase Center, which tips off in 36 minutes, although even if the game, Cam, is scheduled for 9 Eastern and 6 Pacific, it'll probably be more like 9:10 Eastern time, 6:10 Pacific time when this will tip, just because of the national anthem and the starting lineup and
Yeah, of course.
everything. So, like, how do you feel about the fact that, like, in the NBA, for instance, they say a game is going to tip at 9, but it doesn't really tip off until 9:10. Does that bother you, or do you think it's fine?
Honestly, I think it's kind of a good thing because maybe if you're a little late to something and you're trying to get home for 8 o'clock or something to catch a big game, and you're just a few minutes late, you don't want to miss any of it, and they're still going on with the national anthem and it hasn't even started yet. So I think that's sometimes a good thing, and it can
That's
be
a,
annoying.
yeah. Well, but that is a good point though, and I also like I enjoy the national anthem and the starting lineups as much as the actual game experience, because like when I'm like at Chase Center seeing the Warriors starting lineups get announced prior to a game, like I am just extremely fired up. So I think it's fine too, because like I consider national anthem starting lineups being announced. I consider that kind of a part of the game, or like I enjoy it as much as the game, especially when I'm at Chase
Yeah,
Center, for
that's what I'm
instance.
thinking. I feel like the national anthem and the when they're announcing the players.
Starting lineups, yeah.
Yeah, starting lineups. I feel like that's mostly for the people at the stadium. I think that's who they do it for, cause uh, on TV we don't get to see the whole starting lineups get called out. We get to see parts because there's the pregame show still going on. So I think that's mostly for the people there. And like I said, sometimes it can be helpful, but when you're really waiting for a game and you're right on time, you have to sit through all that, which can be a bit annoying. All right, we have our first real chat, other than me asking the chat if they're ready for the game. People person says no. All right, and then we have Alex saying y'all lift. Okay, and we have another comment from. I've seen this person here before in some of our comment sections. GZV, I think it is. Can you sing the national anthem? I'm afraid not.
I am sorry, but like my voice is, I would say it's going through a big change right now. Let's just say you would not want to hear me trying to sing that. So I'm sorry, but I cannot sing the national anthem at this moment. But thank you for the comment.
Oh, yeah, of course. It's always nice when people comment. So we have a really good question here, and please ask good questions. Just we appreciate all the comments, but please ask comments that we'll really respond to, because it's more fun for all of us, you know. So we have a real question. I'm going to put 2 bets in tonight: Celtics to win, and me being asleep by the start of the fourth quarter. Yeah.
Let me ask you this, Cam, because I guess the reason they'd be doing it, I assume it's like for people on like the West Coast, maybe to get home from work. But like, I feel so bad for you people on the East Coast that like a basketball game tends to be, I see, about 2.5 hours. For a game to go from 9 to 11:30 at night, like that must really suck. So I feel so bad for all of you out on the East Coast that the game has to start that late. I mean, geez, 9 at night. I mean, wow.
Yeah, it can be a bit annoying sometimes, because this game will probably end close to midnight. I mean, so it's gonna be annoying, and I hope I don't fall asleep for the end of the game. It's safe to say tonight, unfortunately, I don't think we'll be able to do a post game show. But
definitely not.
Yeah, I mean, we'll get a good halftime show in.
I'm just glad that school's wrapping up around this time, because like, let's say, let's say the NBA finals was in like December or something, like I bet, and let's say it started on a Wednesday, like let's say there was a really important school day after that. So I'm just glad that the NBA finals is going on during a time that school's kind of wrapping up and you're not doing as serious work as you would do maybe earlier in the year, and like you can maybe stay up a bit later, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's always helpful. So they really want us to sing, Will, and
Alex, you guys bailing? I'm sorry, but I mean, this is the Everything podcast, but I'm afraid I can't sing. I mean, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean.
Well, if you would like to sing, maybe we can find a fun.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Do you guys ball? Alex asks. All right. So, good questions, please. And no, we are not singing the national anthem. I'm sorry. If you want to see the national anthem, you can
see it on ABC before the game this evening. I have seen this. I have watched the NBA Finals. They show the national anthem on ABC before the NBA Finals. So it will be televised this evening.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Just can't do it. Sorry, guys.
All right. We have a good comment from Stephen Freitz. Don't feel bad. We don't need sleep. Yep, we don't need sleep. That's just how us East Coast people are built. We don't.
And that would make sense in the NBA Finals, especially when you're going for the title, and that's all the marbles. And it would be much easier to stay up for an NBA Finals game than maybe like game 56 of an 82 game season. So for the NBA Finals, especially, it makes total sense of not having an issue staying up, because it's the biggest series of the entire NBA season.
All right, we have 2 new comments here. Do you guys play basketball? Yes, we both do.
Yes, I played on my school team this year, and we went 6-1. Best team experience that I've had, and sometimes we square off when I come to visit you
Oh yeah.
in Massachusetts over the summer, and I can guarantee that we'll be doing that this summer. So, well, I believe that you have a beautiful voice,
Thank
like
you.
an angel.
All right, yeah, no. I'm
And
afraid that's not.
yeah,
That's just not the case.
yeah. And Cam, what's the latest basketball team that you played on?
I played for my school team. Well, no, not my school team. Like a town team, and I played for this other league that actually Nick M, who's in the chat right now,
Nice,
played for.
nice.
How many points do you think Curry will score, and how many points do you think Tatum will score? All
Good
right.
question.
Well,
You can start, Cam. Oh, okay.
I'll let you answer how many points you think Curry will score, because you're the Warriors fan here.
Yeah. Well, I definitely think Marcus Smart will be a tough assignment on Steph Curry. So
Sure will.
I'm gonna say, I'll say he'll have a kind of not gigantic scoring game by his standards. I'll go 24 points. How many points do you think JT will score?
So I think last podcast I said he'll be averaging. I think I said 20. I don't know, 23 points a game, 24. I said. So I'm gonna go with Tatum having around. Because sometimes he just goes crazy. Since it's game one, I'm gonna take a safe bet. Say, we'll go with 24 points for Jason Tatum today. I don't believe anyone's gonna be a real threat for him on defense. Honestly, who do you think is gonna be covering him for the Warriors? Who do you?
I mean,
Not Wade.
yeah. I mean, because they're both forwards, I would assume that Draymond Green will get some time on him. I could see Andrew Wiggins getting some time on him as well. So I would say those two guys will probably get the most time on him throughout the series, would be my assumption.
Oh, Stephen Freight says Jordan Poole is a liability on defense.
Yeah, defense definitely isn't his strongest. It definitely isn't the strongest part of his game, and he could definitely use improvement there. However, he does seem to be making strides on the defensive end this season. So I do want to give him credit for that. But then also, yes, that's definitely not the strongest part of his game. But yeah. I am extremely impressed with what he has done on the offensive side of the ball this season. I mean, going from on his way out of the league to now, I mean, it's really, really amazing to see how far Jordan Poole has come.
I mean, in today's NBA, I feel like defense is hardly the biggest part of the game right now. Because, I mean, look at James Harden. He's not like a big defensive player, and yet he's been for quite a while a really good player in the NBA, and he's not a defensive guy at all, and he's just been an offensive threat, and that's kind of what made him an all-star. So I feel like it's not that big a deal for Jordan Poole not being a defensive guy.
Yeah.
All right, here's another.
From Nick. Yeah.
All right, Fozzie and Will. If Jordan Peele gets hot, he could drop 30. Do you agree?
I do, and I've seen him drop 30 this season, so
honestly, I wouldn't
absolutely
be surprised.
think that's the case. Yeah, I think so for sure, and I've seen him drop 30 this season, so I think for sure. Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised, but I feel like game one, that's not going to happen. I don't think anyone's going to go crazy tonight.
Yeah.
It being game
that's
one.
That's a good point.
I don't think they're going to go as crazy as they normally would. Once we get to, like, game 6 or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, Stephen Freitas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, Stephen Freitas. He does. That's a very good mashup.
Stephen Freitas says Nick N plays like a Tatum Steph mix sometimes.
I totally agree with that. All right, here's another.
Two more comments here from Alex and People Person.
All right, so People Person says Tatum and Brown being stars kept Danny around a bit longer than he should have been here for. Um, I don't know. I feel like, yeah, I guess. Yeah, Nick's laughing at that. Um, all right. So, are you guys freshmen too? No, we are not. Well, actually, next year you will be, Will, right?
I will. Yep. Yep. I graduate from 8th grade actually next Wednesday. So yes,
Yeah.
next year or this September, I will be. Yeah.
Yep.
Or sorry, this late August. So there, to be
Oh,
specific.
All right, Jason Gothage. If Fool scores 30 tonight, I will shave my eyebrows. I would love to see that.
I would love to see it too, because even though, Kev, I do think you make a good point, about, no one going too crazy this evening in terms of scoring, but I've seen Jordan Poole drop 30 before, and I would not blink an eye if he's able to do it this evening. So I would love to see that. I would love to see you shave your eyebrows.
Yeah, that's quite a risk right there. I mean, there is a decent chance of that happening. Like I said, game one. But Jordan Poole is a very good player, and that
absolutely.
That could be dangerous, Jason Gothage. That could be dangerous.
Yeah, Nick and I'll get a buzz cut if one of the teams sweeps. Well, I would be stunned if this is a sweep. I think you've got the 1 and 2 defenses in the league. You've got dynamic scorers and Tatum, Brown, Curry, Thompson, Poole. I would be just stunned if this was a sweep.
Yeah, so would I. I mean, like you said, they have two of the best defenses in the league. Yikes! With the Celtics at number 1 defense and Warriors at number 2. And the Celtics are the worst finishers in NBA. What are you talking about? I totally disagree. To be honest with you, I agree with Nick on that one.
Yeah, yeah, I will too. Yeah, I agree with you and Nick. Yeah.
Yeah, I disagree with that.
Nick says that was 2 people person. Okay, Nick.
All right, so who do you think is going to be player of the game today, Will? And people in the chat.
Because I'll go off just the team I have winning the Warriors, even if he won't score as much. Like, Steph Curry can impact the game in so many other ways too. Like in game 1 against Dallas, he had only 21 points, but he had 12 rebounds, I believe, in that game. So just because of all the ways he can impact the game, I'll say Steph Curry will be the star of the game. But who do you think the star of the game will be for the Celtics, Kim?
For the Celtics, it all depends who goes off or not. But if I feel like we're gonna get a good game from Jason Tatum tonight, I think he's gonna be our highest scorer tonight. So it's always a safe bet to say Jason Tatum. So yeah, I'll probably go with Tatum on that one because he's just usually pretty much consistent in every single game. I mean, he's a safe bet. Tatum doesn't have plays for anybody. He's not... Okay, all right. I honestly don't know what the heck's going on with you people person. I am kind of just disgusted.
I mean, Kim, you are on the scene. Talk about what you've seen this season in terms of Tatum improving as a playmaker this season.
Honestly, he just gets better every year.
You have seen that firsthand. You are in Massachusetts. You've seen this firsthand.
Pritchard, yeah. Stephen Fate says Pritchard. I don't think he'll get much playing time in Game 1 of the NBA Finals, unfortunately. But he's still young. He has time to get better and improve.
And he has shown that he can score, which I've seen.
Of course.
Watching Celtics games this postseason. Also, Nick says I think Brown could be a good threat. What about you guys?
I totally agree.
And of course, Jaylen Brown has solidified himself as a star in this league, so without question, he will be a threat.
Of course, I feel like I feel like he's just a little more inconsistent than Tatum, because Tatum scores 21 points every single game. So, honestly, it's I don't I think it's just a safer bet to go with Tatum because he scores 21 points every game, and that doesn't always go like that for Brown. All right.
People person, this stream hella low quality. Well,
All right.
sorry.
I am terribly
dude.
sorry.
Sorry, dude.
Well, we will try. We will try our best to fix the quality under one condition: you get a knowledge on sports. You understand the NBA, and that come back, learn about the NBA, come back, and then we will fix our quality on our streams. Sound good? So if you're going to say dumb things in our chat that don't make any sense, I'd recommend you know what you're talking about first. Alright, so let's see. If they sing, the stream would be sick. Alright, no. Alright, Will, I don't know how we can get this through more. We're not singing.
Actually, Cam, maybe the chats would go down, but I think we should honestly not answer to chats about us singing anymore, because I think we've really asserted our point that that's not going to happen. So why don't we not talk about that and instead respond to what Nick is saying here, as he says, I think Tatum will have 32 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists, and 1 turnover.
Wow. All right. That's very,
I mean, he is a superstar in this league, and that's definitely something that a superstar could do. So
I could totally see that happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could too. I mean, that is what superstars do, and Tatum has proven himself as one this season.
Mad Grash says Celtics in 17. Yeah, that's not possible, unfortunately. But I would love to see that in an alternate universe.
Did you mean to, like, do you...
He might have meant Celtics in 7.
Oh, yeah, like, do you maybe think the Celtics will win by 17 or something? Alex, I will sing now, okay?
All right, go sing to yourself. We don't really care right now. All right, look, Ain't so greedy. He said no to getting Miles Turner, a player who fit them perfectly because he's a greedy animal. Oh, wow. Things are getting heated with people person. I mean, I am
people, people person, I hate to say this, but you're talking like a bit of a hater to me right now.
I totally agree.
I'm sorry.
I feel like he's a Warriors fan, and not a good one. Well, I would describe you as a good Warriors fan. You can see both sides of the story. You can see that Celtics are a good team. This person can just he's just hating. I mean,
let me say,
wow.
Yeah, like, even if I am a
Warriors
fan, I'm not gonna come on here and say, oh, Tatum stinks, Brown stinks, the Celtics stink. Like, I'm not gonna do that. Like, I'm better than that.
I agree.
Not that people person has said the Celtics stink or Tatum stinks or Brown stinks, but I'm not the person who's gonna come on here and say that. But anyway, Nick and I think Curry will have 31 points, 4 rebounds, 8 assists, and 2 turnovers. Totally possible because he is Steph Curry, but I do agree with you, Cam, that Marcus Smart will be a tough person to guard Steph Curry. So that is one of the reasons that I predicted him to have 24 instead of 31.
Yeah, my big thing with Draymond and Tatum, I think Tatum just has a bit of a height advantage, which might play into it, or it might not. We never know.
We'll see, yeah.
Are Celtics your favorite basketball team? They are mine, and they are not Will's. Will's a Warriors guy. All right, let's see here.
Nick and, I think it is... Oh, he changed it. Oh, and okay, we'll have 25 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 turnover. Okay. Stephen Frick's more annoying Smart or Draymond. From my standpoint, I just think they're both competitors on the court, and I enjoy watching them both.
It's it's entertaining to watch, but as a referee, I would hate them both. They complain about a lot of calls, they flop quite a bit, and so I'd say a tie on that one, but
Yeah.
That actually is a very good question.
Yeah. Stephen Freitas, I'm sure Draymond will do Draymond things this
Oh
series.
yeah,
Look.
and I'm
Yeah.
sure Marcus Smart will do Marcus Smart things this series
Oh
as
yeah.
well.
I think they will
I
both
mean,
show the great defenders that they are. They were both obviously on Smart for obviously defensive player of the year. Draymond All NBA second team this year. Injury kept him from doing more, but I think both of these guys will show the great defenders that they are throughout the course of this series, because that is what big time players do in the NBA Finals, and both of those guys are big time players on the defensive side of the ball.
oh, I think I'm just looking at the chat right now, and I think instead of saying okay, I think Nick meant to say Clay. So he thinks Clay will have 25 points,
Oh,
6
okay.
rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 turnover.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, yeah. Another great shooter. Nick, and I think if Tatum drives in a lot, Green, okay, we'll get a whole bunch of foul.
Green, Draymond Green.
Oh, yeah, Green will get a whole bunch of fouls or foul out, or he will get frustrated and get tossed. I mean, maybe, but I would say Draymond's
once again,
better...
Game 1, I feel like he's not going to get as heated.
Yeah, and I think I would say Draymond is doing a better job with reps than he has in the past. Oh, Alex asking a great question. When's the next What Grinds My Gears episode? Love those
we were
videos.
talking about that last podcast.
Yeah, literally we discussed it. And Cam, you haven't heard from Todd in 3 weeks. You've texted him. You have tried. So we really hope that
it'll come back sooner than later. Maybe we'll try a Sunday this week. We'll see.
Thoughts on Bob's Burgers movie? When's movie?
Oh yes, the Bob's
movie
Burgers
podcast. That will we will do next Tuesday, which is our normal podcast time. We will spend a lot of time on pop culture. Got a lot of trailers to. He might
mean the only movie show.
Oh yeah.
Which in that case that'll be out by that just a little bit after the podcast. It's still uploading now, so yeah, probably a bit after the podcast. So yeah, expect that soon. I'll be talking about Top Gun Maverick. So this
awesome.
I have a show this week. Yeah. And thoughts on the Bob's Burger movie. Haven't seen it yet, but that's not what we're here to talk about today.
Yeah.
Hopefully Jason Gothage is awake. I'm going to call him and make sure. Yeah, I mean, it's a finals game. You got to try to stay awake the whole time. At least try. You got to put in a little more effort than you would do for a normal game.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Nick agreed with me here. Moving in on the series, he'll get more heated. Yeah, I totally agree there. I think that as it gets more competitive, so will Draymond, and I will totally see him possibly getting in a big argument with a ref or something like that. Yeah. But like you said, he's getting better, so you never know.
Yeah. Also, on another note, I mean, this finals matchup is so great in that you have, probably the greatest franchise in NBA history. I know they're tied with the Lakers in terms of wins, but you have, the Celtics, this all-time great winning franchise against this current dynasty Warriors, who went to 5 finals from 2015 to 2019. So obviously there's no comparison in terms of the overall titles of the teams, 17-6. But when you just look at it from a historical standpoint, with the Celtics going up against a team that's kind of rebirthing its dynasty right now in the Warriors, when you look at NBA history and dynasty history and stuff like that, historic greatness versus current greatness, it's just a great finals matchup from that standpoint. Just in terms of the teams playing in the finals.
All right, so Nick Naven says a big guy in the series will be Grant Williams. I totally agree. He's had he's been great through this entire.
And
playoff.
he also had like the game of his life and knocks down a ton of threes in a closeout game against the Bucks in Game 7 of that series. So how much more can you ask from a guy?
If Grant scores 35 points in any one of the games or higher, I'll shave my head. So will I. Honestly, so will I. But yeah, that's all I've got, Will. I think it's time to start getting ready for our game here. We only got less than 10 minutes.
Yep. We'll be here at halftime, folks. That'll be our last stream for today, right, Cam?
Yep. So yeah, get ready for that. It'll be live. It'll be shorter than this one is. It might be about 15 minutes, 20, as long as halftime is. So, yeah, I am excited for this game, and I think all of you are as well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Thanks to everybody for tuning. Oh, I think Tatum will score 47 points. Well, he is a superstar, but we'll see.
Quite the player. We'll see. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning into this live stream. And we'll see you guys at halftime. Goodbye.